Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Polished Cookie, and today's video I have a declutter. I am going to try to speed through this because my newborn is taking a nap, so I'm hoping I can finish all of this before she gets up. If you are new, hello, welcome in. If you have been here before, thanks for returning. How you doing? I am just going to go ahead and get started with all of this stuff here because this is quite a large bin of stuff. While my baby has been at daycare, I have had plenty of time to kind of get myself together as I'm exiting the newborn trenches. Those first 7 weeks were really something else. But anyway, we're going to start with these three palettes. This is by the brand Rude, and this is the Cat Girl Chronicles. And this, I just don't wear makeup as much at all like I used to. But anyway, this is this palette. This is just not a color story that I would even try to wear ever. This is too, these are really sparkly for me, and I mostly picked this up for these matte shades. But as you can see, I never even touched it. So this is kind of a waste. All of this stuff is a waste because everything is a declutter. None of it is finished. This is the second palette, same brand, Rude, and this is the Adventures of Rudico or Rodeco. I don't know how to say that, but that's what it is there. And just like the last one, same thing. I really was interested in this middle row here. I maybe have used this one and kind of just dipped my finger in some of these shimmers, but overall, like, this is like a chunky glitter. I would never wear that. But yeah, this is not a color story for me. And the third palette, same brand. This is the Attitude of Academia, or Academia, however you want to say that. Again, same thing here. I really like these matte shades. Though the shimmers in here were really nice, but I'm not going to dip my finger in it just because if my baby gets up, I don't want to delay in picking her up. But anyway, I don't want to get all that stuff on my fingers. But yeah, like this color story here is really cute. And I normally would wear a shade like this. This would not show up well on my skin, and yellow I've never put on my eyes. So anyway, another waste of a palette. I probably used these three shades, and I don't think I touched any of the matte shades, maybe a little bit here and there. Sorry, this shade and that shade. But anyway, that's this palette, and all three of those were available at TJ Maxx, I believe, for like $14.99, maybe $9.99. It's been a while, and it's definitely been more than 2 years, and I've not reached for them. So declutter. This is the Bag Balm. It's kind of like a moisturizer, kind of like Vaseline. It has a really strong smell. I used to use this as a base for, or like part of my manicure, to kind of moisturize my cuticles, as I would normally do after removing, kind of pushing back the cuticles here. But yeah, I haven't reached for this in over 2 years, so this is a declutter for me. I have other things that I'm using as part of my mani to moisturize, and this was $4.99. Another cuticle product or hand product was the Onyx Professional Hard as Hoof Nail Strengthening Cream. Pretty full here. The reason I don't use this anymore is because I'm not a fan of coconut scented things. So this smells like coconut lotion, and I'm not a fan. So declutter. Okay. Now I've got a few oils. I'm going to just pull them all out to go over them kind of all at the same time. I hope I got them all. All right, so this doesn't have a sticker anymore, but this was the Baroness X cuticle oil. This smells okay. It doesn't smell rancid or anything like that, but I'm just not a fan of the scent anymore. Whereas this Orly cuticle oil, cuticle and nail treatment oil, this was from TJ Maxx for $4.99. I think I got this from Hella Handmade Creations a long time ago. I don't know, is there something at the bottom of that? Anyway, I got this, I think it was like for $7 or $8 on the Hella Handmade Creations website. And this smells completely rancid. It smells like straight up cooking oil. It used to have like a citrusy scent. So both are declutters, although this still smells fine. I just am not a fan of that scent anymore. And this was supposed to be like a chamomile, like a blue chamomile scent, same brand as this one. Um, I'm just not a fan of either one of those scents anymore. And I have other cuticle oils that I enjoy. Nailtopia, I used to be on their PR list, but they went out of business or they sold their business. They're no longer even sold at Ulta, but this smells like cooking oil, I think. Um, yeah, I don't know what that smells like, but it's not cooking oil. It's like chemically, like a chemical scent. But this was the pumping pomegranate oil, whatever, trash. Um, these 3 nail pens. Okay, so the cuticle oil pen by Vibrant Scents. This is in the scent Honey. Now this smells like straight up baby powder, but now it smells a little bit like cooking oil. So this is trash and I've already completed that. So this is actually an empty. This is the Nail Elixir cuticle oil pen from Rogue Lacquer in the scent Dole Whip, as well as I think this is Spiced Satsuma. This smells still kind of like this scent, but it does have that cooking oil scent to it that I think it just doesn't sit well for me. And this still smells okay, but it does have a little bit of a cooking oil scent, which I'm not okay with. So I've got enough cuticle oil to go through. So anyway, this is an empty, and I think these are declutters because these are still pretty full. Um, more nail polish items. And all right, so I also forgot that this was at the bottom of this. Oh, one more. This is the Badger Cuticle Care cream kind of butter thing. This has like a citronella scent. I don't really enjoy that, and it does kind of linger on me. So just like that bag bomb, this also used to be part of my Manny self-care or manicure, nail care. Yeah, declutter. I don't know what else to say about that. This was a pen that I refilled with the Orly stuff. And again, just the same thing. It smells rancid. So declutter. I'm going to call this an empty. This is the Gin and Berries Repave Texture Smoothing Top Coat. I actually like this, and the bottle is like really cute. So I might rinse this out and keep the bottle and kind of put something else in here. I do enjoy the design of the bottle as well as the brush in it. It's really thin and it really fits my size nail very well. But this is actually an empty. There's still a teeny bit in here, but again, if you know me, I am not really that pressed to get things like all the way completely done. If it's difficult for me to get out. So empty. This is Mabala Gel Finish Top Coat. I think this is, no, this is still got quite a bit in here. I don't really enjoy this at all. The brush the finish, it takes forever to dry, so declutter. Nails Alive nail hardening treatment. Declutter. I don't use this at all. I have other things that I enjoy better for my nails. So this brush sucks. So I am going to just go ahead and pass that along. These are all polishes that I'm going to donate to a women's shelter. So I'm going to put that in that pile. This is also the same brand, Nails Alive. This is Gooey Sticky Base Coat. I just don't use sticky base coat in my nail care routine, so pretty full. Gonna pass that along to the women's shelter. C&D Rescue RXX Daily Keratin Treatment. This is an oil, and this smells like chemicals and petrol. I don't know, but that's a declutter. Nailtopia Orange Nail Treatment. I think I put this on my nails and it's supposed to have like an orange scent to it, and it doesn't anymore. So declutter. These are two of my favorite products. I usually get these from Yes Style website, and they no longer sell this to the US. So this is the Wake Make, I think it's called the Pink Gun Enhancing, whatever it is. It's a nail hardener. I love this stuff. It really, if you have like peely, brittle nails, this is excellent. And it was affordable. It was $7, but can't get it anymore. So I've moved on to other things. And this is something similar. I can't tell you what it is. I don't even know if this is like upside down, or I think this is how it's supposed to go, but I don't read that. I don't read characters. And so I don't know what that says. But anyway, I loved it. It is a base coat. So these I would consider to be empties. Next up, I have a bunch of eye products. So very quickly, I don't know what this came out of. I don't even know what palette this is from, what brand, but this is the shade Saint, and it's like a shimmery taupe. Very pretty. Again, I'm not going to swatch it. I don't know if it's good or not, but it's going to be decluttered. Same thing here. This is like a chocolatey shimmer brown, and this is the shade Glimmer. I don't know what brand this is from. Declutter. This is Focalier. This is the shade Bright Lights. And this expired December of 2025. And I think it's pretty dried up, maybe, but it's really, really pretty. Maybe it's not dried up, but again, I'm not using any makeup currently. So, and I haven't reached for this in probably over 2 years. ColourPop. I stopped buying ColourPop like over 3 years ago, and this shade is called Corsage. This is like a shimmery minty goldish green. Yeah, nothing more to say about that. This is the Jelly Much eyeshadow from ColourPop in the shade Close to You. Yeah, it says to keep me locked. This has been locked, but this is like completely dry. Oh, maybe not. Ooh, I thought it was, but anyway, I'm not using that. Oh, right. This is an eye pencil from ColourPop, and this is in the shade Honey Dude. Yeah, I'm just not wearing any makeup, so I'm not going to repeat myself often here anymore. It's just going in the trash. This is H&M Make It Easy eyeshadow pen in the shade Lavender Flush. There's still quite a bit in there, but it doesn't go down. So Anyway, ColourPop Shadow Stick, and this is the shade Sure Sesh, and this is a metallic. I don't know why I enjoy these colors, but they really make my my brown eyes pop. But this is the NYX Jumbo pencil in the shade Macaron, and you can see it barely used. Another ColourPop shadow stick, and this is the shade, oh Lord, Coca, and it's a metallic shade. These are like my jam type of shades because they're super neutral, but they still make my brown eyes pop. And another ColourPop shadow stick in, this is a cream, and this is a cocktail party shade. It says matte, and I would use this as a base for any eyeshadow, powder eyeshadow. And then the last two eyeshadow items, these are from Artist Couture, and both of these shades are Anything Goes and Litty Kitty. This is separated, so I'm not putting that on my eyes, and this looks like it's okay, but again, where am I going? Nowhere. So those are the eye products that I am decluttering. I am going to pull out the cheek products next. So I didn't know where else to put this. So this is the Revlon oil eliminator if you wear foundation and you don't want to mess up your foundation. So, or if not, you have an oily face, but either way, this was a product and I just don't use it. These four items are the Plush Blush by AOA, I think is the brand, where most of the things or items are about $1. Oh, here is the shade name. So this is Cream Cheek Blush. I don't know if you can put this on your face. Oh, it's $1.55 or was. And this is the shade Nimbo, Stratus, Alto, and Cumulus. So I'll show you what these look like. They're actually really nice, but they kind of disappear on the face. It doesn't really give much of a color or leave behind a color. So I'm pretty sure I've had these for over 3 years. Therefore, they just need to be in the trash. They don't smell terrible. They have like a light sort of fruity scent, but those are going to be decluttered. And then this is the Candy Paint Half Caked Cheek and Lip Tint in the shade Hot 100. And so this is what that shade looks like. It's got like little fuzzies from the brush that I would use to apply, and yeah, I'm good. I can declutter this because I haven't reached for it in over 3 years. Next is lip products. These are what's left in the bin, and I do have one more item outside of it, but these are all the lip products. So I'll just pull all of these. Let me check the brand. This is the Para. These are Korean, I believe. I got these from Yes Style. So these are the Ink Velvet lip stains. This is the shade 7, 1, 14, and 16. And I'll just show you the shades. This leaves like a very pretty, like soft, I wouldn't even call it soft. It's actually pretty bright. But it expired March of last year. All of these expired, so they can just go in the trash. This is like my favorite like fall shade. And this is a very nice bright orange. And the last one is like a berry shade. all are being decluttered. I never even wore this, so I don't have a review for it. It was like it's a lip gloss that came in like a set, and I think it was a band. I don't know, but it was like on sale, and I think this is wild watermelon, and it does not smell like watermelon at all. It actually smells like a little bit plasticky. So declutter. I'm kind of on the fence on whether I would call this a declutter or an empty, because it's pretty much done, and it's one of my favorite products from NYX. This is Milky Gloss, and this is in the mint chip choc chip shake. Anyway, I really enjoyed this. It smells exactly like mint chocolate chip ice cream. It does not leave like a little green tint like that. It's kind of sheer, but I'm gonna call this an empty. Oh darn, I had one other eye product here. Sorry, I thought it was a lip product, but this is the e.l.f. Mint Melt No Budge eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Mint For You, but it's like a really pale mint shade. Declutter. And this is also from that same line, Mint Melt Lip Plumping Gloss, and this was in the shade Chocolate Chip, and it does have a bit of a scent, but it's kind of a little too strong now. It smells like cherry cola or something like that, and that's not how I remember it smelling. So this is going to be a declutter. These next lip tints also bought from Yes Style, I believe. I don't know what brand this is. Either way, it's a Perfect Lips. These are lip stains. They just have numbers, but as you can see, an orange, deep red, orangey red. These have like a very strong chemical scent, but they were absolutely gorgeous on the lips. But then after it dries, it kind of makes your lips smell like butt crack. But anyway, I'm just showing you the shades, but they're all declutters. I probably used them a couple times, and this was my favorite one. It gives you kind of like that fruit punch popsicle look to your lips. The Fenty Beauty lip balms, lip gloss. I don't know what these things were, but I don't even know where I got them. But this is like a really pretty, like sheer berry with like blue sparkles or something. I just don't reach for it. And that shade is really tiny. Oh my goodness. This shade is Vamps Who Brunch. Can you see that? It's really tiny right there. And then this is a brownie shade. I really like brown shades, but this has like a little bit of gold to it. I don't really like the way that looks on me. And this one is called Bubble Rum. Really small lettering there. But declutter. This is really hard for me to open. I currently have like mom thumbs. So, oh jeez. So I've only used it a couple times, but it's just really hard for me to use. But this is the Sephora lip butter in the cherry scent or flavor. I don't recall if it has a flavor or not, but it says it has 12-hour hydration. But this is a product fail for me because I can't open it. Declutter. And then Bettina Crow Matte Lips. Love. These are like my favorite shades for me. Like summer, it's like an orangey red. But I don't really care for this formula, so it's a declutter. And then this is Minted Dark Night, and it's a brown. And now this, I used to get away with this, but I'm more of like a lip balm person now. So I have a ton of lipsticks that I'm having a hard time parting ways with. So these are like my first sets that I'm kind of okay getting rid of. But yeah, this brown is a little too dark for my liking these days. And the last item is this Kaleidos Futurism 3 Astro Pink eyeshadow palette. Um, and so that looks like this. And I primarily, I don't know, I don't typically wear black eyeshadow, but I did wear these two and these. Like, these are like my go-to shades if I'm going to wear makeup. But anyway, I am going to run so I can tend to my baby. It is time for her to get up from her nap. I will tally all these items up, and I'll probably do another declutter just because I have more things I want to get rid of. And I will share that with you. I might share these polishes back here as well, that I'm going to donate just because I have a ton of polish and I can't get through them in this lifetime. So I want to share my wealth with people less fortunate than I. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. I will catch you in the next video.